The Dayton City Commission meeting will now come to order. Please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. And this evening, the invocation will be given by Commissioner Fairchild.
Gracious One, we give thanks for the good gifts you provide. From the sunrise to the first star, your generosity abounds. Make us good stewards of these gifts. Guide us so that we use them to expand opportunities, create prosperity, and establish justice for all our neighbors, and engender compassion within us for those who are vulnerable, our elders and children, those with mental health and substance abuse issues, the immigrant and the brokenhearted. May they find in us generous friends and authentic advocates. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Ms. Blackshear, may I have the roll call, please?
Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss.
Aye.
Okay, may I have a motion then to approve the minutes from the July 6th or 9th meeting? Sorry.
So moved, Your Honor.
Second motion, Your Honor.
It's been probably moved and seconded to have the approve the minutes, if you will, from the July 9th meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay.
Mayor, you need to excuse Commissioner Shaw.
Yes, I'm going to do that next then. So may I have a motion then to approve the absence of Commissioner Shaw?
So moved, Your Honor.
Second the motion, Your Honor.
Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded to approve the absence of Commissioner Shaw. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, communications and petitions. We have it.
There are none, Your
There are
Honor.
none. Okay, calendar items. Ms. Blackshear, any additions, deletions, or comments to the calendar?
I have none, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Dickstein, any deletions or comments or to the calendar items?
Your Honor, this evening I have no additions or deletions to the calendar. I do have a couple of items to highlight. One is item number 4, which is a service agreement with Wright Dunbar REH LLC. This is a contract modification for $300,000 for the redevelopment of commercial and retail space within Wright Dunbar Business District. The $300,000 is coming out of the West Dayton Development Fund. It leverages $6 million in investment. The funding will support interior and exterior renovations, mechanical system upgrades, and will provide entrepreneurial opportunities for small business owners aligned with creating active and it also aligns with creating active, walkable, and vibrant streetscapes along a major corridor. Item B5 is an award of contract with Outdoor Enterprise LLC. These are park amenity upgrades coming to our community, several of our community parks. Sandalwood, Claridge, and Jane Newcomb parks will receive, Claridge and Sandalwood will receive new park shelters. And Jane Newcomb will get their tennis courts repaved and add a perimeter walking trail for the community to enjoy. So we're excited to be bringing that recommendation of $361,127 of investment into our neighborhood park assets. And that's all I have, Your Honor.
That's it. Okay. So, Ms. Blackshear, do you have any citizens who are registered to speak on city manager's recommendations?
None on calendar items, Your Honor.
Okay. Commissioners, comments, thoughts on city manager's recommendations? Commissioner Turner-Sloss?
I don't have any. Thank you.
You're welcome. Commissioner Fairchild? None? Okay. Commissioner Joseph?
None here. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. I was just noticing that Jane Newcomb Park, I recall when we were there for the mayor's tour, that there are a group of young men who were playing cricket, and I thought I'd try to take a hand at doing that. That ball's coming a lot faster than I remember, but it was fun doing that.
You got a hold of one, Mayor.
Yeah, I got a hold of one. I did get a couple
Not
good
like
hits.
hitting off a tee, huh?
No, not like hitting off the tee with the ball sitting still, Commissioner. You're right. Okay. Appreciate that. Okay, so let me have a motion then to approve the city manager's recommendations.
I make a motion to approve the city manager's recommendations.
Second motion, Your Honor.
Okay, it's been probably moved and seconded to approve the city manager's recommendations. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Okay, legislation, Ms. Blackshear.
First reading resolution number 6875-25, declaring the intention to appropriate real property interests in parcels 9070, 100SH, 108T, 110SH&T, 129T, and 131T in connection with the Salem Avenue Reconstruction Phase 4 project. Second reading resolution number 6874-25, authorizing the acceptance of a grant award from the State of Ohio Department of Public Safety, Office of Criminal Justice Services, in the amount of $399,996.40 on behalf of the City of Dayton, Ohio. Mayor Mims.
Aye.
Commissioner Joseph.
Aye.
Fairchild.
Aye.
Turner-Sloss.
Aye.
That concludes the legislation, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Ms. Blackshear, do we have any citizens who are registered to speak?
Your Honor, 9 citizens have registered. I would like to state that there is a 3-minute time limit. As you address the commission, we ask that you state your name and address for the record. At that time, I will turn on the green light. When the green light comes on, you will have 3 minutes to speak. After you have spoken 2.5 minutes, a yellow light will come on. You will have 30 seconds remaining to speak. When the red light comes on, you'll be asked to cease your comments and to take your seat. To the audience in attendance, please be mindful this is a business meeting, and we kindly request that during this portion of the meeting, you refrain from any hand clapping, finger snapping, and conversations that will prevent the City Commission from hearing the speaker's comments. I call to the podium Charlene Bayless.
Charlene Bayless, 2422 Patterson Boulevard, 45409. Mayor and Commissioners, regarding Dayton's health, Ohio is a leader in challenging and manipulating citizen rights. Throughout the nation, rather than encouraging and enabling citizens to register and vote their study and belief in choice, those registered are being purged from the rolls and made confused about their voting locations and fearful to go to the polls. The state of Ohio manipulated language on an issue to allow citizens rather than politicians to create district boundaries for the office holders who would serve them. Through the manipulated language, a yes vote for citizens was a yes vote for politicians. Politicians won. Before the Dayton City Commission is a petition to bring health care to those underinsured or with no money. If the commission votes no on the Clergy Community Coalition Public Hospital petition next Wednesday, July 23, 2025 at 8:30 a.m., the CCC will have 20 days to get 1,250 new signatures on a citizen's petition. The state of Ohio is in process of doing away altogether with citizen petitions, so inconvenient. Governor DeWine is at work. Governor Ramaswamy would tighten the noose. Mayor Mims and Commission, next Wednesday, give Dayton citizens the go-ahead to vote for their health by placing the Dayton Public Health Hospital issue on the November 2025 ballot. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comments.
Thank you, Ms. Bayless.
Nancy Keel.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Nancy Keel, 309 Hacker Road, Dayton, 45415. A clarification, in none of the Clergy Community Coalition's documents or publications have we ever stated that we wanted a 300-bed hospital based on Ms. Dickstein's statement from last week. We have always stated in our ask in the federal complaint and every time since then that we want hospital beds sufficient to support the services we are asking for. The Woolpert report is false. We have submitted this report to a few people who create feasibility studies for a living, and they said there is no reason to plan for a 40-year budget. Think about that. That's 10 four-year election cycles. 10. Now to the ballot initiative. This fall, the initiative will be placed on the 2025 ballot. When it passes, in 2026, taxes will be collected. During this time, the hospital board will be created by whichever mayoral candidate wins the election. I ask people to strongly consider what candidate would best lead the board for the public hospital, because this is a City of Dayton project. During 2026, grants and coalitions can be built with county, state, federal, and private funding. During this time, a community assessment can be created, meeting with community members, asking for their input prior to the release of monies and the formation of hospital plans. In 2027, it will be the first use of taxpayer disbursements, the funding for a realistic feasibility study, the hunt for a location, and the hiring of a hospital planner and architect utilizing the parameters set out in the ballot initiative and the information gathered from the community assessment. In 2028, continued funding towards the phase plan of a hospital. Phases is how all of the hospitals have been built in the area. This public hospital, if done creatively and done right, could be a template for other communities to follow. Dayton is the city of innovation. Let's innovate a public hospital together. Now, we have to hope for the best for the vote next week and plan for the worst. We are prepared to go out for 20 days and get another 2,500 signatures. And you have to weigh what that means to you. And I'm asking to everyone in this room and everyone in TV and YouTube land that we need your help. I have petition packets with me, so you can collect signatures, or you can contact us on Facebook, Clergy Community Coalition. Email us at ccc4goodsam@gmail.com, or call 937-422-4391 to get a packet to collect signatures. If you want to pledge to collect 25 or 50 or 100 signatures for the best unpaid volunteer gig out there, please contact us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your comments. Appreciate it.
David Woods.
I do general. David Woods, 3230 Lakeview Avenue. I got a paper to.
Good evening.
How you doing? I have a paper y'all got right here. City council meeting. Basically, I'm asking. I'm gonna try to go to court in Montgomery County Court because my lawyers, current client Smith of Dallas, Texas, are not subpoenaing people, and I'm thinking about switching to the Tiger Law Firm. They said they may take the case after I subpoena people. So I'm asking the mayor and the city council to talk to Judge Angelita Jackson, and her number is 937-225-4512 or 937-496-7557. Christine McDonald, she's the one investigating Turner Hospital. You can call her at 937-285-6511. And Channel 2 News, I've been talking to them. They say if the case goes to trial and the judge gives permission, they'll be able to videotape it. I want a self-lawyer just on this case, and then I want to subpoena the chief of police, Sergeant Court Fowler from the Inglewood Police, and Sergeant Mike Lane, so they can tell that Captain Perez from Turner Hospital and Sergeant Mike Lane lied on me, because the chief of police already said that they did lie. I want that on record. Then the Dr. Nixon Bronico, who killed my dad, gave him affection. I want to subpoena him and ask him, did he give my dad affection, so he can say it on record in front of the judge. And then also I want to ask him, did you ever tell me that my dad is dead, not alive on this earth, which he'll say he never did? And also, did you tell my brothers and sisters that the male nurse slapped my dad and choked him into shock, and he's going to have to say it under oath that he never did too? So I ask y'all to go ahead and talk to her and take the case, and I want all the public to come in there, and I want Channel 2 to put the camera right on everybody, because I represent what Malcolm X and Martin Luther King talked about, a black man getting set up a lie. Well, I want to show the proof to the whole world, because chief police, he ain't going to be able to lie. He got to tell the judge in Inglewood the truth. And I don't know why I got to go do all this to subpoena him, but this is what I want done. So I'd like y'all to go ahead and let that case go on so the whole world can see. My dad, Reverend David Woods Sr., who served in the Vietnam War, a preacher man. He should be here right now. And I got pictures of my dad's infection where he looked all nasty. I'm going to let the judge see that. The hospital don't know that. So I'm going to just let it all out. So the truth will set you free, and I appreciate what y'all doing. And I urge y'all go ahead and let her do that case. And I urge the whole public to call Channel 2 News at 937-293-5121. After this is done, the Tiger Law Firm will go ahead and take over the case after that. I got another lawyer want to take the firm, but I got the pretty white woman chopping. I'm subpoenaing her too and ask, did you see my dad get choked too? Because I got her name from my lawyers from Dallas, Texas. So I want the whole public to see the truth. And I got set up, and my dad got disrespected. He served in the United States Navy. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Woods.
Thank you for your comments.
Flora Hurston. Pull that down. Name and address for the record.
Good evening.
Good evening. Flora Hurston, 2914 Salem Avenue. I'm here today just with concerns of my liquor renewal license. The City of Dayton Police Department has objected to my license. I've attempted on numerous occasions to get in contact with the city, the police, and I have been redirected multiple times. I reached out to Regina Blackshear with Dayton City Council. I left Detective Brian Diedrich several voicemails. I've even emailed the chief of police and left voicemails as well. I went down to mediation. I'm just here just to see if I can get some type of help. Still no response today. The renewal objection was sent out via email on the 24th. The hearing was actually set for today with no understanding of the objection and just minimal time to prepare. I have had to seek counsel by an attorney to request a continuance just due to the lack of response from the police department. All of this has put a financial strain on my business as well as my household. We stay in compliance with all of our building codes, regulations, and cooperate with authorities when needed. We have not received any citations or violations since we have been in operations for the last 4 years, so I was actually surprised to receive an objection. We are in an area where opportunities for entrepreneurs are limited and often come with stipulations that hinder success. We are faced with many barriers, this being one. I think the appropriate response would be to figure out how to work with the community and not against the community. If there's a true concern regarding my business, no one from the department has reached out to me personally and said that there was any concern or given me the opportunity to address whatever the issue or concern may be. I think to take measures to this extent shows no action of real fairness. I'm asking the city of Dayton to withdraw its objection, or at least can someone contact me to discuss the matter?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for your comments. Please stay after the meeting so we make sure we get as much information as possible.
Okay,
Thank you.
Mark Donaldson.
Good afternoon, Mark Donaldson, 650 West Siebenthaler, Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, good evening.
50-year residents of Dayton, Ohio. I own the building that I sold to the young lady at 2914 Salem Avenue for over 20 years. And when I sold my building on Salem in Philadelphia to put the Walgreens, which was one of the biggest fights we had on Salem Avenue, I bought that building and was going to move my drive-through down there. And they came and they wanted to open up a business, and I sold it to them. But I'm just amazed because, you know, when you look at Dayton, and I'm talking about West Dayton, I'm not talking about East, I'm not talking about downtown, I'm talking about West Dayton, we are limited. And black people being in businesses and community is scarce. Now, there's plenty of bootleg joints in this city. There's plenty of weed houses, there's all that. But when someone opens a business and spends their life savings to open it, and they get a liquor license, and they have one incident, and they're told via email, we're objecting to your license. That's not fair. You know, the Oregon District, a man killed somebody down, several people. We built a memorial to them. Did nobody's license down there get objected to? But one black man and one black woman that have a going concern of a business on Salem Avenue, they're now having to retain an attorney that costs money. $5,000 is the going rate in Columbus for an objection to a liquor renewal. What a strain that must be. So when the chief, by whatever incidents happen, tells the city manager, and the city manager presents it to you for revocation or non-renewal, there should be some other step in this process that we deal with when people are spending their money. There are less than 5 black people in Dayton, Ohio that have legal liquor licenses. When you look in our community, I was the only black person on 13 mini markets and drive-thrus in Dayton. There are none now. The Indians and the Arabs own them all. So when you talk about our children seeing people in business, they don't see us in business. They see someone that is not like them. So until we have our own in business and we're able to control it, we have to do something. I was going down Salem Avenue the other day, and there were 4 white guys standing on 4 corners saying, "Get your weed here." You know how many black men went to jail for selling weed? Something has to change. And the attitude starts with the 3 black commissioners, the black mayor, the 2 commissioners, and the 2 white people that are there, because you're not off the hook too, because you're responsible for knowing what's going on in our community. So we come to you to say, help these people, talk to them, get the police to call them back, because it shouldn't get to this adversarial position of having to get a lawyer and do this, especially when you spend your money. And they spend a great deal of money. They have a nice place. Okay. So I just ask you, please, consider it.
Thank you for your comments. Appreciate it.
Kathleen Galt.
Kathleen Galt, 5066 Safeway Drive, Dayton, Ohio. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
You guys are well aware of our history, and I just want to say to the public, if you want to know more about our group, you can go to CCC number 4, Good Sam, and you can see a lot of the things that we've done over the last 7 years, from trying to save Good Sam to a federal complaint to coming all the way to town halls to this initiative. I want to thank Jeff Rosebeck at the Board of Elections. They have been more than helpful when we've had questions about what the signatures are like here in Dayton, Ohio, collecting. And we want to thank all the people who have helped us on all 3 rounds of collecting signatures for the hospital initiative. This is an exercise in democracy. I wish city officials, even when we would call down here for something like, how many days do you count holidays and weekends? I mean, we were asking simple questions. I've lived in other cities, 6 different cities and towns. I've been part of other initiatives having to do with mining, safe zones for children, development. I have been part of other cities' initiatives. City officials have not been so hostile towards people trying to participate in their right to petition. So I want to encourage, when we were collecting those 5,000 signatures over those 3 times, it was amazing how many people who are, I was surprised how many people are still really angry and upset about the closing and destruction of that hospital. So we've collected 5,500. The population of Dayton is 135,512. We collected 4% of Dayton's populations, those signatures. We collected, your registered voters are 87,008. We collected 6% of your registered voter signatures. So I want to encourage the public, how many people would say to me, they're afraid to come down here and talk to you guys? That's not okay, man. They shouldn't be afraid to come in here. They feel like there'll be retribution.
And so I hope you guys start encouraging your public to participate in this democracy. And I want to say to the public out there, come and help us collect these signatures this next round, whether you believe in the hospital initiative or not. This is a democracy. Come participate. Come ask the public questions. You know, you're going to hear them say things like they believe that was redlining. That was modern-day redlining, tearing down that hospital. You're going to hear their stories about how that negatively affected them. So come go to the CCC's Facebook page and come participate in your democracy. Help collect signatures for an initiative just to get it on the ballot.
Okay, thank you for your comments,
Thank you, Ms. Galt.
Lynn Lamance. Name and address.
Lynn Lamance, 1061 Bertram Avenue, Dayton, Ohio.
Good evening.
Hi, my name is Lynn. I live in the Fairview neighborhood that was where Good Samaritan Hospital was for a number of years, and I'm here to speak to urge everyone to please allow democracy to happen for Dayton voters to be able to vote on this situation. As a previous speaker spoke on, you know, we hear about gerrymandering and voters off the voting list. You know, the Republicans are scary and always doing something. You can do something. If you all are real Democrats, you can do something and actually allow voters to vote on this. Again, I lived in both Five Oaks and Fairview neighborhoods. I was pregnant during the time of the rush destruction of Good Samaritan Hospital, where you still to this day cannot have a baby at that Grandview Hospital, at that Premier North Hospital, whatever it is up there. You cannot have a baby up there. Numerous articles speak on black women and maternity health regarding basically death rates of black women and babies in the area for the entire state. You can do something immediately to help this. I know there has been talks of, you know, everybody wants to use a different amount for the money. There's no money for anything except downtown or, you know, some old raggedy metal former restaurant. Why isn't there enough money to at least start a hospital, a maternity ward, and a proper neonatal unit, at least to start? And again, in phases for other things, but at least have an effect on black women, pregnant women, and babies immediately. You want to keep putting more people in my area. You know, there's a number of group homes in the area. Where do the addicts go for a hospital? The juvenile delinquents and group homes, there is no hospital in the area. 901 West Hillcrest Avenue is supposed to have a group home hearing at the end of the month. Again, there's no hospital for those Montgomery County Children's Service children that want to go in there. Groundwork Ohio has consistently spoken on child advocacy. Your partners at CareSource, Dayton Children's, Montgomery County Public Health, WISO, numerous partners write articles about the detriments, and no one is doing anything. The land bank is building new houses in Fairview, Madden Hills, Wolf Creek, and where do these people go to the hospital?
Okay, thank you for your comments.
Thank you, Ms. Lamance.
Hillary Lerman.
Good afternoon. My name's Hillary Lerman. I live at 249 Wyoming Street, Dayton, Ohio.
Good evening.
And I guess I'm mystified that I've been here for 40 years. I wasn't born in Dayton. And one by one, every hospital near me has gone away or been taken over by Premier. This is wrong. We should decide not what makes money, but what's in the interest of the people. And I hate to say this, but that's your responsibility. Not letting a couple of people with extra money make decisions on the health of our community or the greater community. And I guess I'm just really offended by this, that Premier has so much power that they're just, I mean, I woke up, I don't know, a month ago, and I'm right next to what used to be Miami Valley Hospital, and now it's controlled by Premier. Why do we let monopolies take over? It's of the utmost importance that we say monopolies have to stop, that we have to fight in the interest of what's better for people. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Kevin Keller.
Good evening, Commissioners, Mayor, audience.
Good evening.
Kevin Keller, 3922 East 3rd Street, Dayton, Ohio, 45403. We have a problem in East Dayton, which I really hope one day we can solve. Some of our neighbors received warnings about parking their vehicles partially on the curb or over the curb. It's a real problem because my wife and I have had our vehicles sideswiped 3 times in just over 2 years. And turns out one of the guys that sideswiped my wife's pretty much new minivan, which I bought her for Christmas. Guy sideswiped it, and we got it on video. When he sideswiped it, he turned around and came back to see what kind of damage he did, and then left the scene. Found out that if we make a claim, it's going to be over what it's worth to fix it as far as our deductible is concerned, and then our rates would go up. So my wife denied it. She's driving around with her back of the car all tore up. And we found the guy because I went out and down the street trying to match the damage of her vehicle, the damage to his. I found it. It's her next door neighbor. And he says, I'm really, really sorry. And she goes, but I made a police report, and I kind of wish that you would have at least let us know because we're going to be neighbors for a while. And he says, I'm sorry, I don't have any money to fix it. Like, there's no penalty. We don't have very many vehicles, cops' vehicles, driving up and down our streets. That's a problem because we got people going down Quinton, as an example, over, I'd say 40, 50 miles an hour. And there's kids playing there. My grandkids are playing there a lot of times. And I think it's part of the road conditions. I went out and measured tonight before the meeting, and we're talking with both vehicles, normal-sized vehicles on the street, on both sides of the street, trying to pass, there's exactly 10 feet we have to navigate between there. And I'm used to striped lines in the parking lots. Usually the official length or width of a parking space is 12 feet. Not 12. It's barely 10 feet, and it's really hard to get through there. That's Quinton Ave. Cherrywood is even smaller. And I don't really understand how certain streets get certain lengths. Down on Garland and Horton, they're wide. And it's just going to cause another problem. That's why people are parking in the grass. And the warning was, if we find it again, you're going to be fined $45. I mean, come on. Can we do something about that? Or I really don't know what to do as far as that, but I'd like your somebody comments or from engineering, traffic, some kind of answer. As far as road conditions, there's the potholes and huge holes in the alleys are very, very dangerous now. And as far as the speeding up and down East 3rd Street, that's got to stop. Maybe a speed bump, maybe another traffic light.
Thank you, Mr.
All right,
Keller,
sir.
for your comments.
Thank you for your
I'm sorry.
comments. But thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Keller.
Appreciate it.
That concludes the speakers, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Dixon, any closing comments?
I have none, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Blacksher, any closing comments?
I have none, Your Honor.
Okay. Commissioners, closing comments. Commissioner Turner-Sloss?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of comments. I would like to first thank all of the residents that came out this evening. Ms. Bayless, Ms. Kill, Ms. Galt, thank you for your comments, and thank you for the work that you all have done in pushing the citizens-led ballot initiative
And thank you, Ms. Galt, for making the comments in regards to the protection of our democracy. And it is our obligation to make sure that we are encouraging those to engage in the process itself. So again, I appreciate you all leadership and the work that you've been able to do. Mr. Woods, thank you for being here. Mr. Leamer, thank you for your comments and for being here as well. Ms. Lamans, thank you for your comments and for being here and the work that you're doing and continue to do in our neighborhoods. Mr. Keller, thank you for your comments and thank you for bringing this to our attention. And I'm glad that you're still here so that we can have additional conversation. And then Ms. Dixteen, if possible, I don't know if it would be a reasonable ask for us to perhaps a traffic study or some other means of doing an assessment on how we can address those issues as it relates to the street itself and the citations that some of the members in the neighborhood are receiving. So how do we address those concerns, understanding that I don't know if it's a matter of us, which may be costly, I will admit, but reducing some of the sidewalk to expand the street, I don't know. That's a question that we could perhaps ask our civil engineering to see if it's something that we can look at. But if there is, in fact, a means for us to address the issues of the residents receiving the citations. So I would just ask if you can follow up with us on that. And would just like to also recognize and thank our Recreation and Youth Services Department for another successful event, the Wreck Your Hood event that took place this past Saturday in Five Oaks in collaboration with a number of other city departments, HRC, the police department was there as well. The Conscious Connect was in attendance, Preschool Promise. Again, it was a well-attended event, a lot of fun, and so just want to uplift the work of our Recreation and Youth Services Department as well as all of the departments that participated in this past weekend's event. Also, this weekend on the 19th, Declare Dayton is hosting a citywide festival. Again, that's Saturday, July the 19th. Thank you, Ms. Reed, for providing this information at Riverscape Metro Park, located at 237 East Monument Avenue. The event is welcome to everyone, and it is a free, family-friendly event. And the festival kicks off at 3 p.m. with food trucks, games, face painting, live entertainment, and local vendors. There will be a 5 p.m. worship celebration. And again, the event will take place in Monument Avenue between Patterson Boulevard and Harris Street, and it will be closed from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. to accommodate the event. I also would like to recognize the greater, I believe it was the food truck rally, in the Arts District of Front Street.
Front Street.
Yes, which was well attended, a great area, a lot of momentum there, and so just would like to uplift and thank all of the coordinators and all those who came out this past weekend. Also, Northwest Library, there will be a teen takeover, a glow party, which will take place Friday, July the 25th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. And again, that is at the Northwest Library. So encourage everyone to come out and attend that event as well. And I believe that's all I have.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Commissioner Fairchild.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. I think you covered a lot of ground there, so thank you. And I have no comments tonight.
Okay, good. Commissioner Joseph.
Thank you, Mayor. Two quick ones. Montgomery County is now accepting submissions for its 2026 Environmental Calendar Contest. Kindergarten to 12th grade students can submit artwork related to recycling and water by September 5th, so there's about 6 weeks to go, maybe a little bit longer. Submit artwork, and I'm going to read it out, bit.ly/MC calendar contest. That's bit.ly/MC calendar contest. Second, this Thursday from 5 to 8, so tomorrow from 5 to 8 at the 2nd Street Market, Drive Electric Dayton folks are hosting a Let's Talk Electric Vehicles event. If you're curious about electric vehicles, haven't had a chance to sit in one, talk to somebody who drives one, this is a great chance to go see. They'll have a number of electric vehicles there. I'm not sure if this is a driving the electric vehicles, but maybe if you're really nice and ask nicely, they might let you. But this is a good chance to look at them, talk about their experience. If you're curious, it's a great chance to do it. This is tomorrow from 5 to 8 at 2nd Street Market. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, good. So just to continue the information from my colleagues, 6888 Summer Marketplace this Saturday on the 19th, of course, from 8 until 5. Shop local and support local entrepreneurs. So they have a little situation out on the street right there on Ludlow. You can order your food there and sit out and eat. They also have vendors who are located on the street as well. Additionally, the annual Gem City Comic Con will be taking place this Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. at the Marriott at the University of Dayton. Tickets can be purchased at the door. And earlier today, the President Coody, president of the Central State University, had a community fair, community event right there at the Dayton campus, and they did a lot of great things in terms of talking not only about recruitment, and said they are really above the number that they were looking for this year as far as the university is concerned, but also just talking about some of the health fairs that they had. They had some food vendors there as well. So again, we thank them for being here and supporting the Dayton community. And with no other fit business to come before this commission, love and peace for all and hatred for none, this meeting is adjourned.